Okay, we're off. Welcome. Oh, I've got Peaky Butt on. Sorry, Bookie. Right. Saturday, welcome to the stream. It is great to have you all here. I'm about to get dropped from the pace partner. So, it is Saturday. Another live with the BBC. I'm just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. Get the legs nice and fresh. And then I'm going to be taking a look at Box Hill. So I need to select the London route in Zwift. I'm going to be riding Box Hill live in real life. So we're going to do some comparisons between what it's like to ride it in Zwift and what it's actually like to ride it IRL. There's a few of us cyclists who like to stream on Twitch, the UK side. If we're meeting up, we're also hoping to get some of the TikTok Zwifters on here as well. So I'm going to check out that route once I get warmed up. Also, my training has been a little bit sporadic since the end of 2022. I need to get my cycling back up again. And because I plan to do even more outdoor in real life cycling this year, I need to up my fitness. So I've done a few Zwift training plans. I'm going to look at enrolling onto a new training plan. Probably going to do one of the ones that I've done previously. So we'll take a look at that. Look at some of my past workout plans. Talk about what I think are some of the pros and the cons. Yeah. Welcome to Saturday, not a podcast, live with the BBC. And of course, any other topic is always open for discussion. There's no real structure to this, no rules. Obviously, try to avoid any isms. But apart from that, it really is just me sharing my love of cycling. And I get to keep fit at the same time. What more could you ask for? Right, so talk a bit about the route that we're on at the moment. I've just jumped onto the pace partners. Pace partners didn't always exist in Zwift actually, so I can't even remember when they introduced them. I think they've been here for maybe a year and a half, maybe. I think there were 4 to start with, and they might have only ran at certain times available. Now there's at least 4 different pace partners spread across more routes. And when you just want to ride, but you want a little bit of a group, but don't necessarily want to wait for a scheduled group ride event, you can just jump onto the pace partners. They will ride at a set pace. This one I think is doing 1.6 watts per kilogram. So if you're just looking to do a steady ride, while still building up some XP, earning drops, you will earn additional while you ride with the pace partner. And that's the pace partner there, that yellow cyclist, opaque. They all have names. This is D, Bernie. So he pretty much is in the D category. You can give ride-ons. The more ride-ons you give, gives you more XP and drops. My drops are the blue numbers just ahead, above me. I've got so many drops here. I'm on 7 million. 7 million plus. And one of the things I love about Zwift are the additional little attention to detail bits they've put in. Like, look at the background. You've got people sitting around, not just static like an older Sega Mega Drive background. Birds flying, dolphins swimming in the sea, lots of cats and dogs in this Macquarie Island route. This is one of the new Zwift expansions that they brought out. Actually, I think it's been about a year now. So I've been cycling in Zwift for just over 2.5 years, and I've seen lots of improvements. Apparently there were a load more just about to be announced, most likely new products. Probably talk about that on the next Saturday, not our podcast, live with the BBC. Although GP Llama, who tends to be the source of most of my current Zwift updates, information, or Zwift and cycling related tech, check out GP Llama. Great guy. And yeah, he gets all the goss. And maybe he's got the advantage being over down under. So obviously their day starts before anyone else. So we'll take a look at that. We're just riding through nice country, nothing really taxing. As I say, 1.6 is the pace partner. Perfect to get warmed up, perfect to cool down. Perfect when you just want to, I don't know, sometimes I want to ride for an hour or half hour. I can pick the pace partner, get some watts set up what I want to do, get my heart rate going, spring the legs out, get that endurance distance in. Let me give some ride-ons. Rain down, ride-ons, pace partners. Right, so this route is surf to something or other. I can't quite remember what it's called. Sea to surf? Surf to coast? Anyway, what I love about this one is they put even more detail in the background. Not running waterfall. Look, that looks like a real waterfall. So we're going flat. When we turn this corner, we head out. There's a bit more open sea in the distance. So if I wasn't cycling on Zwift, I mean, all it is a simulator. It's taking your data, everything that's above me, the speed that I'm traveling at, 39 kilometers an hour, the total distance that I've gone, total elevation, elapsed time. I've got watts, heart rate, RPMs. That would be on like an exercise bike. But you're probably facing the mirror or facing the wall. Everyone here is a real person. This makes it a bit more interesting. They've got the gamified versions of it, so I've got to power up. XP, let's go. Oh, it's only 10. Not double XP like Tour of Utopia. Anyway, chilling with the pace partner, Tim. Yeah, Box Hill's coming, Tim. I'm just getting warmed up. Just talking about what I'm going through, so a little bit about the pace partner. I'm going to get to 10 minutes and then select the Box Hill route. So I've also got my Strava team open. Tim's just joined the chat. Welcome, Tim. Tim is one of the Twitch Degens group, or Degens. We all cycle on Twitch. We share advice and support each other, encourage, whether we're racing, looking to get fit, lose a few pounds, get on an endurance ride. And we stream live over on Twitch. Follow us over there if you're interested. Details in the description. Tim always pushes me to work that little bit harder. And if you've seen the Everesting videos, I've not got round to making the full video yet. But if you've watched the Everesting videos, or you watched us live, it's kind of Tim who suggested the Everesting. So Tim always challenges me to go that little bit harder. Yeah, so we're trying to round up a few people. I've also sent an invite to a guy that I work with. So yeah, there should be quite a few of us. I'll have the GoPro out, get some nice footage, lots of stock B footage. Should make some really good videos, but we'll have some fun. So I was looking at some of the climbs. It's been really difficult trying to find an actual predefined route. I was able to find one on Strava that took in all the routes. At the moment, I think I've got Box Hill, obviously. There's Leith Hill. There's another hill just before Box Hill. Can't remember the name of it now. But I think they do old-fashioned cars do like a annual climb the hill event. So I guess that means it's a relatively steep hill. But on Google Maps, looking at, trying to get an idea of the terrain, I'm trying to work out, fitting in, I think there's about 5 hill climbs that I've put in that we can do. We want to start off with, I don't know, at least a 10k leading, something a bit flat and flowy, get the legs opened up, maybe hit the first climb. And I was thinking, Tim, what do you reckon? I know there's a downhill section to Box Hill. Would you fancy going up it, back down it, and then up again, or trying to figure out some loop? Because when we get to the top, there's a cafe, and I'm thinking that could be the first coffee shop break. Cake and coffee, is that the standard, or is it a pasty and coffee? I mean, I personally like to pack my own lunch, know where my calories are, etc. Anyway, there's some things to work out. So I don't think we should finish on a climb. Finish on a nice downhill or flat. Don't want to start with a climb. Try and group the climbs, following a nice downhill or flat section. Thoughts? How would you plan? And if you're watching this on the replay, feel free to post a comment. What climbs would you recommend we do in Surrey Hills? Oh, and if you want to join us, put a comment or request in the chats. Apparently I've got -1 viewers, if that's even possible. Anyway, that will be Box Hill. I might as well wrap this up to 6 and then head off. Try and select this London route. Let's do some ride-ons. Do a bit of riding, and then we can look at the training plans. And look at the beautiful scenery all around. Bernie's lagging behind. Come on, Bernie. I'm doing 1.9. What's the kilogram? Ugh. I had a really, I'm going to say rather enjoyable. I had a rather enjoyable bike ride yesterday. I started off and I wasn't really feeling it. My left leg was kind of tight. A little bit sore. Anyway, one of those rides where a zone 2 ride really sorts you out. I picked the volcano climb. It was one of the catch-up sessions for Tour Potopia. And ended up doing more of a tempo ride. But it felt good. When it feels good, go with it. Okay, turf and surf. This route's called turf and surf. It looks as if I've just come to the end. It's like the food, like the steak and the shrimp, but not really. If you're on a bike, there is no steak, there is no shrimp. Look at that in the tree. See that like a big cat? What's he got? Anyway, I've always planned, and there's a toucan. Toucan play that game. Oh, there's another two. I think they're brothers, or maybe brother and sister. Ancient ruins in the background. So maybe next week I'll also do a tour and we see how many wildlife, different types of wildlife we can spot. Now, would you jump into that? Is it a river? Or is it like, kind of like where the sea's coming in, a bit like an estuary? Don't quite know. But it looks good enough to jump in. Hey Tim, is this the first time you've joined us live on YouTube? I had Pookie book a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so I'm just riding now just for the sake of it. As nice as the view is, let's get my little controller, have a mini keyboard and a little magnet attachment on the bike, so I don't have to stretch to the keyboard to be able to actuate different things. All right, let's end this. End this. How's the volume? Computer, turn off big fan. Okay. might start flapping as much. But move this mic a bit higher, couldn't I? There we go. End this ride. Oh, I can leave it on. Go to workouts. No, actually, I don't want. Oh, yes, plans, training plans. So, if you're wondering how to get to the training plans, let's go back. If you've already started a ride, you can just go to this right menu, select workouts. These are ones that I've created myself. Rio Choo Choo was actually one that Tim gave me, so I programmed this one in. It is really meaty. And actually, I think this is the slow. I've done two versions. There's a easy version and a harder version. Some nice VO2 intervals at the end. A few tempo blocks. Anyway, so plans. So I think I'm gonna go for the build me up. I've done this one a few times before. I don't want to do a 12-week one now. It's a little bit too long. Let's have a look. FTP builder, that's a shorter one. 6 weeks. Oh, so let's have a look. So 6 weeks, 5 hours a week. New to training, want a fitness boost? Start here and raise your functional threshold power, FTP. Plan gives you overall aerobic ability, a nice upgrade. Designed for athletes who are new to structured training plans and workouts. This plan is built around simple yet effective workouts, most of which are under an hour, with only 4 workouts a week, plus an optional 5th ride in some weeks. This is a plan that easily fits around any athlete's real-life demands. You want a program that would guide your training without leaving you feeling overcommitted? This is a great option. It's an excellent plan at any time of year and will increase your ability to generate sustained aerobic power. All about the aerobic power. Let's get physical. Whether you're riding for fitness or fun, this plan is the right choice anytime you want some structure and direction in your training. Right, so this is the one that I want to do. Let's have a look. So FTP, strength and endurance. I like this one because it's 6 weeks. It's nice and short. 12-week one. I guess that's one of the downsides. I might pedal while I'm talking. I suppose that's one of the downsides of that I think of the 12-week plan. Maybe I started it at the wrong time. I was kind of getting really into Tour de Zwift or Tour of Watopia. So you're trying to fit all those rides in to get all your bonuses. But at the same time, you've got some 5 different workouts to do in a week. All right, as you can see, I've completed this one. 279 stars. I did a total of 663 kilometers, 26 hours. 11,000, that's nearly 12,000 calories burn. I think I've done it twice. That's probably why it's so much. Let's go to week 1. Starts with a tempo workout. Look, it's just an hour. Here are some of the blocks. We always start with a warm-up. Sometimes I think the warm-up's a little bit too long. 10 minutes warm up, which is always good, whether you're riding a race or you're starting to work out. Then there's 3 blocks, 4 minutes at 190, 2-minute recovery interval, 115 in between. Then there's a slow ramp up from 184 to 191, 6 minutes, 3-minute blocks in between. Then there's a ramp down, another ramp down, and then what's this, like some zone 2, little short intervals, nice and easy. So when you see like big red spikes in the work, if you're wondering what a workout is, if it's low, if it's like a flat plane, and it's not going to be too taxing. The more red spikes you've got, harder intervals but thinner, not too long for each one. Green yellow is going to be obviously harder than blue. So your colours are grey, kind of like warm up recovery. Blue zone 2, green zone 3, yellow zone 4. 5 is red, so you're definitely working hard. Foundation, put some base training, more foundation. See the intervals kind of get a little bit harder as you go up. Now I have actually dropped my FTP on this to about 115. And before I start, I should probably whack it back up to 121. I've not had a test lately, so I'm probably somewhere near there. And if you set your FTP accordingly, it will always set the intervals at the level where you are. So we go, this is week 2. Week 3, more tempo, strength training, foundation, C. Do the work, cement it in with the foundation. Now, one of our fellow Twitch cyclists, he had a brilliant way of explaining the importance of doing zone 2. Think of it as building like a high rise, like a block of flats. Before you can build all the luxury apartments, even the penthouse on top, you have to start with your foundations. And the stronger and more solid your foundation, the better every other layer you're able to build on top of that. So start with your solid foundation. Zone 2, fit that in. Then you can start to think about building the floor above. Jump onto a tempo workout, you know, start adding those upper structures. Then you can start fine tuning, building on some strength, abilities to sprint. It's like your internal fit, and all your soft fittings are where you fine tune, targeting little bits that you're probably a little bit weak on. But you always, before the next level, another foundation. Yeah, foundation. Doing some development work, fresho development, more foundation, embed that, and move up. So we're going to enroll onto here. I think they start on Monday. I don't think I need to do this one. I've done this before. It's optional. I'm not doing a RAM test. Oh, just going to start with this one. But shall we just do it? No, actually, I can't do it just yet, can I? I need to do the London route. Anyway, so this is the training plans. Looks like they've updated them. I've not done one in probably about a year. So let's go back out. Got some badges. We don't need no stinking badges. 157 badges out of 193. 11 missions done. We like to collect badges and jerseys and KOMs and whatnot, and these are all the different things you can get, different achievements as you ride through Zwift, all the different routes. Pretty much completed all these. I've not done the Mega Pretzel, so there's a few big ones left to do. Mega Pretzel, Uber Pretzel, Catch Quit. I'm sure I've started that about 5 times and not finished it. The full PRL. Yeah, I need to do that one sometime soon. All the London routes apart from that. Actobarn, I've done that so many times, but apparently not finished it. I've done the UCI World Short Lap as well. There's a glitch here. I've definitely completed that one a few times, or obviously clearly not. All of the France routes. Macquarie Islands. Pretty certain I've done all the Macquarie Islands. Oh, Island Hopper. Okay, so there's that one left to do. Turf and Surf I was just on. Lorraine, Gotham Grind. Okay, so isn't that France? This one's a New York route, so I've not done the Gotham Grind. So there's not that many badges left to do, and then extra credit. 3 missions. So I've done Tour de Zwift. Keyboard's gone. Okay, we're stuck. We can't do anything now. Tour Batopia 2023. We're back on Catastrophe aborted. So 3 missions for 23. 7 for 22. So the Wahoo Climb Challenge. New rules, 100k. Zwift Academy. There you go. So tune up. Join the party. K's for days. K's for days, yo. K's for days. What else have we got? Macquarie Islands. 2021, that was the first Zwift Academy. Really, really enjoyed that. I had some amazing games doing Zwift Academy. No doubt when that starts again. I think it's around about September, October. Essentially a big, massive like event series of training plans and work. And you can actually win a contract, a pro contract. Obviously, I'm way beyond that. So I've done a Zwift racing training plan, build me up. I've done that twice actually. I think I've done the FTB builder twice as well. Maybe I should do this with racing. Possibly. Anyway, there we go. Right, so I need to try and find a route. So let's end this ride. And it. Normally I wouldn't end on a. I tried to end on a complete a complete kilometre, so I get my bonus. Okay, right, so now I need to see how easy I can find London. Okay, so it's not on. Oh, I'm gonna have to create a route. Okay, so I guess this is like a hack, not a hack that I created. Maybe it was from Zwift Hacks, or maybe one of those ones from GP Llama. So if I want to recce London, and then I have to create an event. Can I create it from here? Create a meetup. I might have to do it from the phone, from the companion app. Look. Maybe I should have started with the London route. Okay, there we go. Go to my companion app. Clubs. Ooh. So I've gone to one of my clubs that I've created. Create a group ride. Now I need to work out which one has Box Hill. There's Leith Hill After Party, London 8 Reverse, London Classic Reverse, London Loop. I think it's a London, no, it can't be London Loop. Surrey Hills, there we go. Surrey Hills. So, oh, I've got a load of people join this group. There we go. Tim's on here. I'll join you, Tim. You don't have to join, but you do need to add at least one other person for it to be okay. Date, today, time. So it's created. I've now created the route. Some of the screen's a bit boring to look at. My event starts in 4 minutes. I'll come back to here. There we go. Now here's the event. It's just behind me actually. So go back to the home screen. Click the event. Start ride. Now it's time to do the ride. Now I'm definitely not going to ride the entirety of this route. Take me a couple of hours, but this is going to be Surrey Hills, so it'll be about 4 minutes until we start. We can do a little bit of a talk about it. I would jump onto Zwift Insider. Maybe I can just, well, to be fair, I don't want to start in London. Congestion charge and all that. Don't live in London, so I don't need to start in London. But I was thinking I could possibly program the entirety of the Zwift route. So London Surrey Hills route takes you on a complete tour of the climbs on the London course, riding over each pass in both directions. The route keeps you entirely off of flat ground. You get a lot of climbing done in just over 44 kilometres. So it's 44 kilometres. So 39.1 kilometres. 24.3 miles for the imperialists out there. Total elevation gain of 1,029 metres. Or 3,376 feet. The lead in is 5 kilometres or 3.1 miles. Starts, official start, is at the start and end points is the com banner atop of Fox Hill climb. That means you'll have a lead in of approximately 5k's before the route actually starts, and the lead in includes a climb up Fox Hill. We've created 2 Strava segments, one for the event version. Okay, so there's a Strava segment. Yeah, Fox Hill, Leith Hill, Keith Hill. Surrey Hills from start pen, Surrey Hills from KOM. And I'm looking at the elevation. As I say, just go to Zwift Insider, look, get the elevation, distance, time it takes to complete for any of those hills. We're going to take a leisurely roll through London, stroll through London. There's the Gherkin behind us in the distance. Ugh. Look at some of these hills. So we're starting with Fox Hill, then Leith Hill, Box Hill. I think Keith Hill is just where they've called Leith Hill in reverse. I don't know if it's a different hill. I think it's the same hill, but in reverse. Is that right? Oh. So there's 1 minute. Fox Hill, KOM London, 2.4 kilometres, 1.5 miles, 120.7 metres of elevation, average gradient of 4.3%. So it's about 600 metres shorter than Box Hill. Some segments are downhill, which means that the average gradient is really 7.4. Okay. Count down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So in 5 kilometres, we'll be climbing up Fox Hill. As we leave London. Leaving London, mate. London. Outskirts, mate, outskirts. That's how do you all speak in London, OVS. Ugh. It's very peaceful on these London. I don't think London's ever been. I think the last time London was this quiet was 28 days later. Great shot. I don't think you'd ever be able to film that same shot with the actual streets of London so empty. What's this? This Tower Bridge. It's a bridge. We know that for sure. I guess, I mean, I wouldn't really want to cycle in London. I mean, I've been on a Boris bike. Actually, should they be called Khan bikes now? Sadiq Khan bikes. Traffic's a little bit too dangerous for my liking. So, Foxhill 2. Oh, this is a sprint sections. So Foxhill 2.4, Leith Hill 1.9, Keith Hill 4.3. I'll build those in, and a couple of other ones that are definitely steeper and harder. And I might try to wrap it up with around about 50 kilometers. But I'll try and put a fair few kilometers in of some nice flowy downhill. Every hard climb should be rewarded by a beautiful downhill section. Oh, and the views at the top of Leith Hill and Box Hill are just absolutely amazing. Right, so we've got to get a tube before we head out to Surrey Hills. So we're heading down to the underground. We're going underground. They've boarded out the escalators. So we're not... Tickets, please! Tickets. Oyster card, mate. Oyster. Right, and now we're actually on the tube track. This is the Zwift Express. Maybe underground cycling lanes are the way to go. Keep a cyclist safe. Build a network of underground tunnels. Then there's no excuse for cars parking in the cycle lane. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Still in the lead in. We've only gone just over a mile. Don't get to leave London that quickly. Off the tube line. Time to hit some dirt tracks. Fox Hill, here we go. So the first hill. Oh, I'm not going to love this climb though, to be fair, as a recce. If only it was this easy to join this on Zwift. I mean, in real life. What I like about this route is you can hit it at a decent pace. Get a decent workout because it's like a constant hill. And if you are looking to do like a short FTP, you can I can definitely do it in like just over 10 minutes. So, well, not just over. I'm probably closer to 12 or 13, but that gives you enough for my intervals app to work out if I've had an FTP increase based on that or not. Obviously, in combination with the entirety of the ride. This section is not going to be very exciting, unfortunately, people. We're talking about 10 minutes getting up here. Maybe I put this on time lapse. Obviously, I'm not working too hard. This might be an actual starting place. Let me check out these street signs. Looks familiar. Is this that? Oh, I don't know. I've got no idea. Okay, so you might be able to just see that little red box and the line on the tarmac. This is kind of where the hill actually starts. Okay, Fox Hill, here we go. I'm going to go up about 2.2 watts per kilogram, I think. High cadence. Nice and steady. Think about doing this in real life. 10% gradient, 11% gradient. 7 kilometers an hour. Oh, I need some fan. Computer, turn on big fan, 12%. Oh. Well done, William. I need to get aero. Getting lighter now. The gradient drops to 4%. Alluring Unicorn beats the man. So we are 4 kilometers in. Just, I think we're probably about halfway up Fox Hill. This is like the lead in for the Surrey Hills. Kind of like a recce recon before we do this IRL. I'm going to jump forward till we get just before the finish spanner for the Fox Hill segment. See you in a bit. I can see the Zwift blimp in the background, just behind that bush on the left. Little bit of downhill. I didn't jump straight here. I've done a video skip. Anyway, a chance for some mild recovery. I could even super tuck. Oh, mini super tuck. Here we go. Oh no, gradient's changed. 50 kilometers. Short respite before the final little bit of a climb. Before the banner, which is coming up. It's got to be about maybe 500 meters or so. Going from memory. $20 XP every kilometre. Here we go. Up. Look at the view. Not as epic as it is in real life, but still pretty epic. Computer, turn off, big fan. Collector power up for my efforts. Probably be a feather. Oh, aero. Now you kind of think you're at the very top, but you're not quite. You've still got a bit more to go, but then we've got a nice downhill bit. We'll do a bit of super talk down the hill for demonstration purposes. So that was Leith Hill. We'll be riding this in real life at the end of this month. Hopefully there's quite a decent sized group of us. I reckon 5 or 6 at least. Potentially 10 of us. Right, -6 gradient. Here we go. Super talk. Here you go, I'm talking. So as long as your speed is above, oh look, I've just dropped out, 56 kilometers an hour, and the gradient is more than -3, you will go into a super talk. If I just pedal slightly, in fact, I'll press the aero. Aero gives you more speed. There you go, I've fallen back into a talk just by pressing the aero. My speed should hopefully be increasing, but I'm sat at 58. Let's do a little bit of pedal. Over 1,000. Look at me go. Tucking in my hat, in my fedora. Okay. Still in top speed, still accelerating, -7. As I say, every hill climb is rewarded by a nice downhill section. A chance to recover. We'll be doing lots of recovery on our social group ride. Back into a tuck. And the gradient's enough to give me enough acceleration. London in the distance, there's the eye. But if you was obviously in a race or in a group ride, then you'll probably want to still be pedaling lightly so you can maintain your speed and stay with the group. So that's one of the 4 climbs on this London route. I'm not doing all 4 today. I'm pretty certain Fox Hill is next on this Zwift route. But doing that at around about 2.2 watts per kilogram felt pretty comfortable. So when I go to ride this in real life, I'll probably look to maintain about the same. Knowing that we can rest at the top, there's a cafe, sandwiches, coffees, pasties, etc. will be purchased and consumed. Build up the energy, maybe top up my water bottle. Additional electrolytes, some carbs in there. Some gel packs in the back of it. I won't be collecting ride-ons. I'll be having gel packs, mobile phone. I'll probably have a little bag, mini bag. I'm like the person who comes really prepared in my bike kit, as well as a spare chain link and puncture kit, mini pump. I'll also pack some plasters and some mini bandages. I know, yeah. First aid kit in the car. Well, someone has to, don't they? Someone has to. And that's what it is. So if you are local to Box Hill, or you're in the UK and you follow, subscribe, and you'd like to join, you have a relatively average level of fitness, you'll be guaranteed to stick with us. We've got some really strong riders. Try to keep you all together. If you're an absolute beginner, then I'd probably need to arrange something separate, but I don't know. Who knows? How powerful is this YouTube? I don't know, thousands of subs. There's a quick Twitch community as well, but if there was enough people, it could mean two groups. A group that goes a bit slower, another group that goes ahead, or build it so there's some decent sprint sections. People can sprint on the climbs, double back, do the double climb, and come back again. I mean, anything is possible. The most important thing is we're out in the fresh air and routes that are, they're not exclusively dedicated to cyclists, but they're well known for cycling and cyclists. So my feeling is that safety should also be higher than riding traditional ordinary city streets. Sometimes people get angry with cyclists, not realising that, yeah, right now I'm a cyclist, but I also drive a car. I'm not just a cyclist. That's not the only thing that defines me. And as for the road tax argument, come on. 37, sorry, road tax was abolished. I think you mean excise duty, which is based at the moment on the amount of emissions. Now, it might be a bit gassy, especially after a Cornish pasty and extra milky, extra shot latte. But I'm not adding to the greenhouse effects by a few trumps. In fact, aero gains, aero baked beans, egg, and anything high in fibre for bonus aero gains. I want to wrap this up to 10, but it kind of doesn't really seem fair that I've got to do half a kilometre up a 9% hill. So I'm going to cheat and do a U-turn. Right, well, let me do a U-turn. Oh, do you know what? Am I bothered about 20 XP? Not really. It's been great. There's the hour. So, thank you for watching. As always, I'll be back online over on the other platform, Twitch, streaming for about 3 to 4 days of the week next week. I might also do an outdoor ride, and it's to take the Ribble Endurance SL disc. It's only been out twice, technically once. One was like a test after I set it up and built it. There's a local KOM I've got second place on, and on that second ride on the Ribble, I was slowed down. Can you believe it? I was slowed down by 2 cars, and I missed the first place by 2 seconds. So I know that with effort and the right timing, I can take that. The local KOM is mine. So big shout out to Merlin, who currently has that local KOM. But I'm coming for you. On that note, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, share it, like it. Above all, comment. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Tell me the content that you'd like to see. Do you love me, hate me? I hope there's no marriage proposals, but I'm always happy to share my experience in Zwift and cycling. Thank you very much. I am out of here.